What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Yakuza Fan Podcast, episode 36 for October 16th, 2017. I'm Deacon, your lovely host, here with my also lovely co-host, Lachlan.
Hello.
I think these intros are getting stranger every week, but that's fine. And can you believe this, Lachlan? It has been exactly 1 week since our last episode. People said it couldn't be done, yet here we are.
Well, I said it couldn't be done.
Based on the response on the YouTube page, a lot of people said it couldn't be done, but that's fine. You know, we're doing what we can here. The only problem is, again, it has been a really slow news week. There hasn't really been a lot that's come out Yakuza news wise. So get ready, boys and girls. Buckle up for a descent into madness as usual. So, what do we want to do first here, Lachlan? Should we jump into the news, or should we jump into what we've been playing?
Maybe we'll get the news out the way first if there's not that much.
Okay, there really isn't. Okay, so, Yakuza news. There is an interview with Takaya Kuroda, the voice of Kiryu and Ken, from Hokuto no Gotoku. I cannot say the name of this game. Hokuto Gotoku. There, thank you. There's an interview out with him about what it's like to do the voice. Unfortunately, it's still unsubbed, but you know, if you can get through the weeds on that one, you know, it's just more. Oh, I'm so happy to do the voice. I'm planning to do this. It's such a different character from Kiryu, when really it's not. It's just Takaya Kuroda's amazing voice, just doing another character. There's also an interview out with Yui Hitano and Hikaru Ayoma. They are two JAV idols that are appearing in Riga Gotoku Kiwami 2. Again, it's just, we're so happy to be in this game. It's such an honor, blah, 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 blah. And the entire interview, they are both sitting around in bikinis. Because, of course...
Half of the course.
It is par for the course. Now, to be fair, again, these are two JAV stars. I don't want to say how I know this, but I'm just going to say, if you Google their names, there is a lot of interesting material surrounding those two actresses and the amazing work that they do.
Here's my problem, though.
Okay.
This is incredibly anachronistic. That game's set in, what, like 2006?
Yeah.
Are they going to reduce them to their 2006 ages?
Okay, so here's the thing. Now, give me 2 seconds here. She is currently 29. So, I don't know whether... I know this because I'm currently looking at her Xvideos page. You know what? I want to know, was she in the original Riga Gotoku 2? Like, because they're not playing hostesses, I believe. I'm pretty sure they're playing like the oh gosh, what's it called? Like what's the term I'm looking for here, Lachlan?
I don't know.
Like the strippers and stuff like that. Like the more soapland kind of girls. They're not playing your regular hostesses. They're playing the more lewd entertainers in that game. So
I don't know. I don't know what position they are.
I'm trying to find out right now whether she's... I mean, she wasn't even doing work. According to her Wikipedia page, which is surprisingly full, she wasn't doing pornography until 2009. She's currently 29. So yeah, by the time Riga Gotoku 2 came out, Yakuza 2 came out, she wasn't even anything. Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited to see what she's doing. Sorry, I'm looking down her list of what she's been in. I can't repeat these on the podcast. The tamest titles here are Goldfingers 2, 25 Girls, 3D Catwalk Poison 4, Bondage Woman Teacher going down to be no, I can't say that one. Never mind. Oh my gosh.
Is she playing a character or is she playing herself?
I'm pretty sure she's playing herself. But like...
it's so weird.
No, they've done this in all the games. Like all the hostess girls.
Yeah, but normally they're current.
Yeah, but
Normally
they
it's, hey, look
also...
at this batch of hostesses. Not this is a time traveling JV actress.
In 2014, she was in one of the Red Hot Jams. Red Hot Jams are great.
I've got no clue what that is.
Oh, Lachlan, I need to drag you down an internet porn hole.
Blazing.
It's fantastic. Oh, she's in the Red Hot Fetish collection in 2014. Cleaning Fellatio 3. Oh, dear.
She can come back and warn Kiryu of the mess he'll get in.
No, the mess he'll make. Okay, so that was Yui Hitano. I need to go look up Hikaru Ayoma. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can find her here. Grab Your Idols. Is that what I'm looking for?
Yeah, that's like swimsuit photos and
yeah. Like even then, even then, Gravier is tame.
Yeah, I think like that's pretty much what Majima's doing in Zero.
It looks like it. Yeah. Okay, that's what she's in. That's what it is. Okay, have you seen? There is a part in Zero where you can go and take photos of girls in swimsuits.
Is that in Zero?
Sorry, not Zero. I'm sorry. In Kiwami 2.
Yeah, I saw that trailer where it's a live action actress dancing around and Kiryu's in CG on the side going, "Ooh, take this photo." I'm not a photographer. I've never done this before.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
How did I get this job?
Yeah. You know what? There's some really great sub stories in Yakuza 0 where like they have to get Kiryu to help film a movie and Steven Spielberg shows up. It's really good. There's a great part in Yakuza 6 where you go to like an internet cafe to chat with like live porn models, and Kiryu's there and they're like in the bottom left-hand corner using like 2 fingers to type lewd phrases to the models. And if you type them fast enough, then they'll, progress and like take off more and more of their clothes. It's really good. Like, if there's one thing to be excited about for Yakuza 6, that's it. Anyway, so yeah, there's an interview with those 2 actresses. Again, it's more just, we're so excited to be in Rigi Gotoku. What an honor.
Kiryu, what are you doing in this internet cafe? Do it in the privacy of your own home.
Okay, now, I had a discussion with someone online about this. It's actually more common than you think because a lot of Asian families share residences. And so they go to the internet cafe for that private booth. Like, they need that space to get away because they're so jam-packed into the one household that there's oftentimes privacy issues. So that actually is a more common thing than people would like to admit.
Sure, Kiryu is like a 45-year-old man who has no family.
I mean,
in
realistically...
He's got a baby and an adopted daughter in a coma.
It's very true.
I want him putting his hand over the baby's eyes while he types.
No, you don't get the baby until later.
Okay, so he's free to do whatever he wants.
Yeah, exactly. You get the baby later. Like, my favorite thing to do, like, when you've got the baby, you can still pull out your phone and take selfies, and the baby appears in the selfies with you. You can still get into random battles while you have the baby. So, like, the random battle will start, and Kiryu will, like, the guys will, like, confront Kiryu, and Kiryu will be like, oh! And then he'll run over to a random stranger on the street and force the baby on them. And then he'll run back into the fight.
I wanted he throws the baby into the sky, and then after you finish the fight, he catches it.
He throws the baby into the sky. It's got a 30-second timer pops up. Do it, Kiryu. Take them all out. That would be amazing. I'd be down for that. Completely sidetracked now. Okay. The only other piece of news to come out in the last week. There's been a slew of demo events announced in Japan where you can go and play Kiwami 2. I don't know if you can play Hokuto Gotoku. I don't think so. It's just a Kiwami 2 event, and there's like 6 different locations. They're starting off in Tokyo at the Bic Camera store, and they're ending back in Tokyo at Games Maya. If you go to either of those locations on the October 28th and November 22nd, respectively, you can meet Nagoshi, get an autograph. It's just the TGS demo. So it's the same thing people have played before, but hell, if you're in Japan on the 28th or the 22nd, you can go meet Nagoshi and get an autograph. So it might be worth it for that. That's still one of those things that I really cannot wait to do. That is on my bucket list.
Nagoshi and get an autograph?
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I'll be honest. I'm going to be one of those idiots that goes and like gets into like, you know, write his signature on my wrist, and then I'm going to go and get it tattooed on there. No joke. I wonder if there's a taboo against that.
There's a taboo against all tattoos.
I understand that. I mean, he makes games.
He'd be down for it.
Oh yeah, he'd be down for it for sure. Like, get Nagoshi on one arm, Kikuchi on the other. It'd be great. Yokoyama on my ass. Trust me, that's very funny to someone out there. I love Yokoyama. He gets a bad rap. He's not as bad as people say he is. But yeah.
You just want a giant Kiryu-style back tattoo of all of them programming?
No. I want, you know, like a Steve-O's tattoo of him giving the double thumbs up? I want that of Nagoshi on my back. No, I couldn't do that. But, like I said, I would definitely... There's not a lot of people that I respect to that level that I would get, like, something tattooed on my body. But, like, yeah, I would totally, like, do the fanboy tattoo of Nagoshi's autograph. I'd be down for that for sure.
Well, here's the problem, though.
What?
If he signed your body and then you'd have to go and get it tattooed, you'd be stuck in Japan looking for a tattoo artist. Or you don't clean your wrist on your way back.
You know what? I would find a tattoo artist in Japan. You know what? They've got to know someone. I bet you anything that if I said to him, "Hey, I want to get your signature tattooed on my arm," he'd be like, "Shit, let's go," and he would take me to a tattoo artist. Like they've got to know some kind of for
16 hours while he pokes ink in his skin with a single
needle. That's what I want. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. I want his name traditionally tattooed on me.
He just walks out. Oh, goodbye. I'll see you in 16 hours.
Yeah. No, you know what? I got the feeling that they tried to make content from it. Be like, okay, we're here. We're going to do a Sega Raw. This idiot gets tattooed in the background. We're going to cut to him every so often. Oh, that would be amazing. Here's some Phantasy Star Online 2 footage. Oh, back to the tattoo.
Excuse me, I gotta drink this beer.
Yeah. Then watch some Man's Eye comedy duos. I still haven't worked out what those guys are for. They just seem to be comedy relief at some point. It's like, how can we stretch this program out? Have you seen like any of the Sega Raws like for a while?
Nope.
They used to be pretty straightforward, just interviews, answering questions, shit like that. The ones for the last 3 months, they have a hard break in the middle. Where it's like, get a beer, sit back, for the next 30 minutes, this is the Manzai comedy team go time. And it's just Nagoshi drinking a beer, watching Manzai comedy go. It's fantastic.
You gotta promote Sega's comedy duos.
Do Sega own comedy duos? Like, well, they're not even duos. It's like a team of like 3 or 4 people. But still, it's the same basic comedy routine.
I don't know. Sega Sammy, right?
Yeah.
What's Sammy got their mitts in?
Sammy was all, I thought, pachinko machines and gambling and shit, aren't they?
That's what I thought. But, this could be a Konami health club situation.
Yeah.
They own a talent agency.
I can't believe that Konami owns, like, hotels and shit. Like, they have their fingers in so many pies. Like, they don't even need video games. Like, they own insurance companies. Maybe I'm getting sidetracked here.
The Sega Sammy logo is a design based on the letter S.
Yeah, no shit.
The synergy generated by the integration of the two companies are represented by a combination of blue and green, which are the company's corporate colors.
Yep, that's true. There's one of my favorite pieces of attention to detail in Yakuza 0 is the Sammy, like the original Sammy logo, is like up on billboards around town. Like there's no. What's that?
Gotta support the publishers.
Well, I mean, there's no other tie-in. It's just there for flavor. It's like you're in, you're in Kabukicho. Well, Kamurocho, and there's all Sammy shit everywhere. Like all the gambling machines, all the video poker, video poker for the 1980s. You know what I mean? Like all the machines are Sammy branded, and it's like that's a nice little attention to detail that you don't really expect. Like you go into Kiwami and it's like, okay, this is made in a rush. We're not worried about it. But then you have Mesu King, and Mesu King is a game that came out the exact same year as Yakuza 1. And it's like these little things that are like captured in time from Sega's history. And they didn't need to put that in there, but it's great. And the fact that it came out that year, so when Kiryu finds Mesu King, that would have been at the height of popularity for the actual Mesu King arcade machine. And I think that's fucking brilliant. No, I feel like there's a video in that. Maybe I can't get more out of it than what I just did, but I really, really like that. If you guys have noticed anything else that's been added to a game, like any of the Yakuza series that is time appropriate, let me know in the comments, because that is the kind of stuff that I love. Like, absolutely adore that. The only other thing that I can think of, and like where we're going to follow this rabbit hole, see where it goes. When you were inside like the Popo Mart or the M Store, stuff like that, the background tracks that you can hear are all like little Sega references. So like if you know where they're from, it's like, oh shit, that track is from this, that track is from that. In Kiwami, they have the Maji no Rock, which was a CD. It was a single put out around the time of Kurio 2, where Majima sung a karaoke track and they did like a CG music video to go along with it. But it's a cover of that song sung by someone else and then used as just like random background audio within the store. And
I was hoping it was in universe Majima released the single.
No. No, that would be way too meta. But I don't know, I thought that was such a brilliant little touch, and unless you know that track exists, like it actually came out on a DVD that was a pre-order item with Kurio, if I recall. I have the video sitting here. I've tried uploading it to YouTube. Sega does not want that video made public. Like that came out like 5 years ago at this point.
Look,
that song and
we've seen how seriously Sega takes their pre-order bonuses.
Yeah. Like, I cannot upload that track to YouTube. It is a instant, like, not just a copyright, like, flag or a, what's the word? I can't remember what it is, what the difference is. But, like, it is a copyright strike. Like, hey, you're infringing on copyright. Take this shit down now, or there will be trouble. It's like, oh, fuck, okay.
Yeah, Japan's super serious about copyrights.
Yeah.
Anything in Japanese, ooh.
Persona is really bad for it as well. Like, any footage of Persona, like, past a certain date in-game, no, take that shit down. Ishin is really bad for it. Like, if you put up a cutscene, I don't think it's as bad now, but when it first came out, like, I don't think you could put up the intro cutscene without it getting taken down. So, like, it was real bad. And again, that wasn't just the video, that was also the music. Like, the music is done by, oh god, I'm spacing on the name. But yeah, you couldn't upload any Ishin videos for the longest time. I think they might have fixed that now, but yeah, it was a mess. Yeah. I know we mentioned last week that there's going to be a CD, a Majima karaoke CD. I wonder if they're going to throw Majima no Rock on there. I think it's Maji no Rock. I wonder if they're going to throw that on there. It would be nice. I sincerely doubt it.
Oh, yeah, well, wasn't that just... Maybe it'll be a hidden track. Play it, rewind before the first one.
If I recall, like, we've kind of seen this a little bit. There are karaoke tracks in Kiwami 2 that seem to be character-specific. So, like, Majima can pick his own tracks, like in Zero. And they have specific cutscenes that go along with those tracks. So like when Majima's singing, when it hits the climax of the song, it'll play out a scene, but specifically for Majima based on Yakuza 0. So with any luck, we'll get Majino Rock in there.
He's still hung up on those events 30 years ago.
I have a real problem with the way Majima's character is written. Maybe I'll get into that one day, but I don't think I really don't like the way he's portrayed with this like his crazy man style. Especially since that kind of fell apart in 4. And then like after 5 it's just like he's back to Majima from 0. Like not even Majima from 0. Not even Majima from 0, like a sad Majima.
He's grown since then.
I would say he's regressed. Like I don't want to get too many spoilers into 0, like where he kind of comes into his like mad dog. Like the way that character chooses his personality, I don't know. It seems like there's a little bit of a difference between the two. I don't want to say too much. I'm trying to tiptoe around it. I'm not doing a very good job. But I don't know. I love Majima. I love sad Majima. I think that they can't work out what to do with his character. Like, they want him to be one way, and then when he's not, they explain it in the worst way possible. Meanwhile, Majima from Yakuza 2 is probably the best one. I mean, 1 and 2 Majima is... for me, that's the Majima that I like, where he's not so... like, where he's an actual threat and kind of psychotic. I don't know. Maybe I'm not doing a great job of explaining this.
I liked it because he was clearly not evil, but he was like, I'll just mess around with you.
Yeah,
happens to kill you.
Neutral. Yeah. Chaotic neutral Majima is the one I like.
Yeah.
Okay,
according to this, Sega Sammy owns 10.6% of Sanrio.
Really? I didn't realize they had that big of a stake in it.
They used to have more.
Do Sega Sammy have their hand in Gainax? Does it say that at all?
No, it does not.
Yeah. Anyone let me know. I want to know if Sega and Gainax are chummy. I feel like they would be. I don't know why. I don't know. I just feel like that they're of that same era. I think Sega had a couple of Evangelion games. I don't know. I have this inkling that Sega and Gainax Studios are like interconnected somehow. Anime nerds, let me know in the comments. Anyways, I think that's basically it. Yeah, go. I think I have the dates posted on the website. If not, I'll get them up right away here. But go if you're in Japan. Go play Kiwami 2. Go play it early. We're still waiting for that demo. That demo is only a month away, so buckle up for that.
Oh, was there a downloadable demo?
Yes. I think we talked about this one last week. Coming November, we don't know the exact date, but the end of November, I believe, there's going to be a downloadable demo.
Ooh, Christmas themed.
Well, I think they're releasing Kiwami 2 on the same date as the original Rigogotoku 2. So,
where do you think Yakuza's Christmas themed? I feel like that is a missed opportunity.
Not so much themed, but Yakuza 1 is set at Christmas time, and the whole thing is decked out with Christmas decorations. There's Christmas trees everywhere and shit.
That's what I might be thinking of.
Yeah. I mean, one of the best submissions is anything involving Santa Claus in Yakuza 5. Like, Saejima has multiple side stories where he has to fight some Santa Clauses, where he has to dress up as Santa Claus. It's really good. But yeah,
think about it. Yakuza 1 was really just ripping off Die Hard.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know if you guys saw. I just put up a bunch of wallpapers for Patreon backers. I accidentally made a Die Hard wallpaper. I didn't mean to. I was trying to make a Kiwami wallpaper, and I got Kiryu's face on the left hand side,
just
kind
made
of
the poster
grayscale.
art.
It looks like the Die Hard poster. I got Kiryu's face on the left in black and white, and then I got like the exploding tower on the right hand side, like, you know, silhouetted in the background. And it's like, oh my god, I was all done, I was happy with it, and I took a step back and like, oh shit, I just totally ripped off the Die Hard poster. Fuck. Oh. Enjoy that one, Bacchus. Thanks.
40 Stories of Sheer Terror or whatever it was. Is that the Tower of Terror?
I don't know.
Tagline?
I don't know. I think that's basically it. Like, there is no other news that's come out in the last week. I'm just trying to think if there's anything. No, that's basically it. So, yeah. So, I guess now is a good time to... We managed to stretch 2 news stories for 27 minutes. So, let's see what we can do for the next 30 minutes and jump into what we've been playing this week. Lachlan, why don't you start? In the last 6 or 7 days, what have you been up to?
Still playing through Assassin's Creed Unity. I had to take a break.
Yeah.
It was getting too frustrating.
Okay.
Some of those missions. It's like, I gotta put this down for a bit.
Yeah. I went the other direction. I can't remember that I talked about this last week. I went into my Amazon pre-orders and I cancelled my pre-order for Assassin's Creed Origins. I don't care. I want to check it out. Maybe when it drops down to like $15. You know, that's a price point I'm more happy with. But I couldn't do it. Not with Mario hitting the same day. Like, I had to pick my game for October. I got Danganronpa earlier. I'm like, okay, Danganronpa's got to tide me over to Mario. At the rate that I'm playing through that, I'm going to be golden for a while. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's where I'm sitting with the Assassin's Creed series overall. If they're cheap, I'll pick them up. But
yeah, I'm waiting for the same thing with Watch Dogs 2. Once Watch Dogs 2 hits like $15, I'll give that a shot.
I'm still taking a stand against Watch Dogs.
Why?
I didn't like their presumptuousness with the first Watch Dogs.
Oh, with his iconic cap and how great everything is. And
when that game was first announced, it was, everyone, this is going to be amazing. This is going to be a trilogy of super amazing games that all tie together. We're going to have a movie. Yeah. We're going to have like 5 novels. You get ready for the Watch Dogs universe because you won't see it coming.
No.
I was like, nah, I'm out of this.
Oh, Watch Dogs 2 is really good.
Watch Dogs 2 is... You ruined it.
Such a shame.
I'm not down
Watch
for your
Dogs 2 is
transmedia
a comedy.
events.
Watch Dogs 2 is a comedy about a group of hackers just being shitty kids. It's fantastic. It's actually really, really entertaining.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
They got to draw the line somewhere.
Fuck off. Watch Dogs 1, fuck off. Like, again, if it goes down to $5, I'll check out Watch Dogs 1. Don't care. Like, Watch Dogs 1, I've written that off. I think I tried it for like 20 minutes. I'm like, this is fucking boring. This is just Assassin's Creed with hackers. But Watch Dogs 2 is genuinely funny. So, again, once that drops in price, I'll check that shit out. Have you been playing anything else?
Yep. I finally started Samus Returns. That game's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
I wish it didn't take 15 years to get a new 2D Metroid.
Oh my god, has it really been that long?
It's 14, 15 years, something like that.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's a bit much.
Since Zero Mission.
Okay,
the last 2D Metroid we got was a remake of the first Metroid game.
Oh
and this is a remake of the second Metroid game.
Oh,
there hasn't been a new original 2 Metroid.
I can't wait to get Super Metroid 15 years from now. I can't wait until I'm 47 and playing the remake of Super Metroid.
Yeah, on the new Virtual Boy.
Oh, the new Virtual Boy. Sweet. Okay, so this is probably a good point for me to jump into. I've been playing a little bit more of Super Metroid. I like talking like a little bit more. I haven't made it very much past the boss there. Like, I think I did a little bit more exploring, but I didn't actually go back and fight the boss where you get the bomb. Is it the bombs that you get from there?
It's like the fake Chozo statue.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, it's the bombs.
Yeah, no, I did a little bit more exploring, kind of like dip my toes. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm kind of feeling this. I'm trying to like think of something that I can do kind of in between. And right now, Super Metroid's kind of scratching that itch of like, okay, this is a game, and that's kind of it. Like, I don't want like deep story or anything. I just kind of want to explore and be immersed in a world. But Mario's coming, and I'm really worried that as soon as that hits, everything else is going to get dropped. And then once that Kiwami 2 demo hits, Mario's going to get dropped because I'm going all in on Kiwami 2.
Somewhere it'll take like an hour to finish. It's a demo.
I understand that. But I'm going to be replaying that. Like, Kiwami 2 has me so hyped. Like, I remember at one point I had a conversation about which out of all of the titles in the series didn't need to be played. And Yakuza 2 was on my list of like, well, nothing really changed because of it. And I got a lot of shit for it at the time. And I still feel that way. But that doesn't mean that Yakuza 2 isn't one of the best games in the series. Like, it has, I would say, the best villain next to Nishiki. Especially Nishiki of Kiwami. If you guys haven't seen Nishiki's transformation in Kiwami, go check that shit out, because that was extraordinarily well done. But, yeah, Kiwami 2 is just, it's calling me. The city of Kamurocho and Sotenbori is just, it's calling me back in.
That demo will probably only have one of them.
I think it's gonna have both. I think it'll be like Yakuza 6. It's gonna be like the first couple of chapters, or it's gonna be straight up the TGS demo.
That's what I'm guessing.
But if that's the case, the TGS demo, you get to pick between Kiryu and Majima, and you get to just play a little chunk in either of the cities. Like, I think Kiryu's in Sotenbori and Majima's down in Kamurocho, so.
Yeah, maybe then.
Yeah. And then there's the clan creator, which I'm still up in the air about whether that's a good thing. I really didn't like the clan creator in Yakuza 6.
Is this a new clan creator or the same clan creator?
It is, from what I have seen, I mean, it is a new story. You're playing as Kiryu and Majima, and you're trying to defend Kamurocho Hills from encroaching realtors and developmentors, or whatever, like land developers.
Yeah.
And so you need to hire a bunch of Majima clan members to fight off the encroaching gangs. And that's kind of it. And you help Majima recruit for his business. I struggle to care. Like, I'm watching, it's like, this is the exact same thing as last time. It's just, it's going to be more cards, it's going to be more loot boxes.
Yeah, that's...
I am so concerned that this game is just going to be loot box hell. And I, you know what? Not so much this one, because I can ignore this. And don't get me wrong, I will. I don't like the RTS, I think it's shallow. It is a means to an end. Like, I only want to play the RTS shit so that I can have the sick fights with the legendary kings at the end. I don't want to do the RTS stuff. And I'll be perfectly honest, if I could pay to skip that, I would. Like, don't
give them any ideas.
Dude, I would rather do that than literally suffer through the RTS. I don't like it. It's not particularly difficult even. It's just boring. And the fact that there's loot boxes associated with it, where I'm like paying cash money for the chance to get better guys, fuck off. I hate it.
Well, yeah, you never said how much you'd pay. Just give them like $500 and you'll get like a super strong guy to be able to skip through it all.
No. I might get a super strong guy. I've given them $500 and I might get a super strong guy. Yeah. I don't like it. So, that's where I stand on that.
It feels like someone's going, you know what, we need to make more money off Yakuza. And they're like, we don't want to change the Yakuza series. Okay, we'll just put it in a minigame.
If it was any other minigame, I feel like I would be okay with it. For me, the best implementation of this so far has been Ishin with the battle dungeons. Because at least those where you were actually going through and fighting. Like, you collect cards that you assign to yourself to give you like different stat boosts as you go through the level.
Okay.
And Like and you got all the cards from either buying loot boxes in-game with in-game currency, or you got them from completing sub-stories around the world. And that was great. And there was no problem with that. Looking back, that was such an obvious test of how we're going to do loot boxes. And I would bet you anything that the amount of money that people spent on like the higher tier packs with in-game money was data mined. Like all of those stats were sent back to show Sega, okay, well, they're willing to spend this much on this and this much on this. Like, I guarantee that was a test bed.
Yeah, probably. I feel like they had to have done something like maybe they were like, this isn't as active as people want. Like, just equipping cards. They need to have something else these cards do.
Yeah. The RTS stuff is so fucking boring, though.
Someone settled on RTS. Now we're stuck with it.
I just wish that they would do something else. Like, I get that they poured their money into it. It's just...
Well, now we've got an RTS system. Why bother building something new? Let's put this RTS game in all of them.
Now, here's the flip side of that. Shin Riga and Riga Online also have card-based systems in them. So, but they're all done on cell phone. And so the cell phone one is an RPG where you use cards to, fight. And so you buy packs of cards in there and then you use them to have online battles with NPCs or whatever. And then those cards are going to be synced over to Shin Riga. Sorry. I wonder if any of the cards you get in Kiwami 2 are going to carry over. I really hope they do.
Yeah, that sounds like some insanely wishful thinking.
Maybe. If it's all one system, though, like... I mean,
if it's like a universal card system, maybe...
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
But how would they sell you new rare cards if you've already got the old rare cards?
It would be easy. You just have to say, here's the new characters. Here's the Shinri Gogotoku character card packs. And they're slightly stronger than the ones from Riga Kiwami 2.
Ooh, now you get into some power creep.
Oh, yeah. For sure. But then they release new missions and you need stronger cards to do that mission better. Like, I can definitely see how they're going to justify this. And for the mobile game, sure. It's free to play. You're selling me card packs. I get it. Like, I'm not happy about it, but I get it. When it comes to the clan creator, though, I hate it. Can't stand it. I can't stand, what's the term? Fee to pay? I can't stand those kinds of titles. Yeah. There is still no official announcement on how the hell Sega West is going to be handling these microtransactions. I'm worried that they're just not going to talk about them, and then day of release, they're all going to go up.
Or the hopeful thing is we can't sell these microtransactions in the West. Let's just give them out for free.
Well, again,
somehow alter the game to...
There are already 2 card codes out there for Yakuza 6. I'm pretty sure I've got them posted on the website if you go searching the Yakuza 6 tag. So if you want 2 free cards, they're already up there. And I think these are just going to be the... do you remember the golden keys that Borderlands gave away for like 3 years?
Yeah. I
think this is going to be like them for Sega West. I really don't know if they're going to do the microtransactions. I'm really concerned they will, just because microtransactions are big business. I think it's going to hurt the review. I really do. Like, not just from me. Like, you can go already watch my Riga Gotoku 6 review. That definitely hurt my review. Like, that I have no trouble saying that I don't like microtransactions in 7. Like, I think all up I paid like $90 for Yakuza 6. And to throw in microtransactions on a mini game that I already don't like, that hurt. Like, that hurt. And there's no denying that.
Does that affect the completion percentage of the game?
I don't remember. Whenever I import a Yakuza game, I dip my toes in all the systems, and I try to complete them as much as I can, but I never go for like 100% or like try to unlock everything. I never unlock Amon. Take that for what you will with the review, but like, I don't go that deep because I'm always the kind of person that's like, okay, I've done this much. I want to experience some stuff left to experience when it comes out in English, so I can enjoy it. So all of that creep, I wait for the English release. Except Yakuza 5. Yakuza 5 is the only one where I went hard on everything. I think I did more in the Japanese version of Yakuza 5 than I did in the English version. I got all the way to Armon in Yakuza 5 with all the characters. I got all of their levels to max. I got everything cleared out. And then I did a hard stop. I'm I am not fighting Armon until this thing is out in English. And 3 years later, it came out in English.
Yeah.
But, yeah. That's just kind of where I stand on microtransactions. I really don't like them.
No, I already see them in Assassin's Creed Unity, where they're the way they've changed it to push the microtransactions. I don't like this.
Yeah. So what else? What else have you been playing? Let's move on from this because I'm just gonna get sadder and sadder that that's in there.
Just on the topic of Samus Returns.
Mm-hmm.
This really bugs me, and I don't know why they keep doing it. I've hit a point where I've got enough powers that I can go back and pick up all the items I couldn't get before.
Okay, yeah.
But some of them are just so shoddily placed.
Oh, they're just kind of thrown in there.
Well, it's you needed a gun to get through this door. What's through this door? A single gun upgrade. Cool. I'm glad I trudged the 20 minutes back to this area to get that.
So there's no fast travel or anything in this?
There's a teleport system, but it's still they're not.
They're not close.
Yeah, to some of the things you need to get to.
Do you have to use play coins every time you want to travel between them?
No, thankfully. But it's just after I played Shadow Complex Remastered a little while ago, a year ago or something, and that game is so perfectly placed for upgrades.
Oh, really?
Every upgrade you pass in that game, you can either get then and there, so you can just grab it while you're there, or if you don't have the power, eventually the game will loop back around and you will pass it when you do have the power, or you can route past it. Say there's a path A and B. Yeah. If you take path B, you will go past the power up that you missed.
Did you end up platinuming that game?
Yeah, remastered.
Really?
Yeah, it's surprisingly easy.
Did you? Is there one for doing that speedrun tech?
I think so.
Really? So that's the level you're on. You're speedrunning Shadow Complex.
Oh, it's not hard.
Oh, really?
There's they made an exploit in the game that you can finish it.
Yeah, that's what I remember hearing. I remember that glitch from 10 years ago, whenever the fuck it came out on the Xbox.
Yeah. I did use a walkthrough just for the 100% item completion, just so I could quickly get through that. But the one I was using is so hilariously bad for that game because the guy who wrote it keeps screwing up.
In an insane asylum.
He keeps screwing up left and right, which is torture for a Metroidvania. It's just go down this right path and grab the item. I can see it on the map. It's left.
Okay, so here's what you do. You write a guide.
I would just take his guide and then go and replace every...
Dude, here's where I was the other day. I was watching one of my new favorite YouTube shows, Frank Howley's At the Computer. Have you seen that yet?
I watched the Resident Evil one.
Highly recommend. That is a fucking fantastic show. Just two guys hanging out playing video games. It's awesome. And they were talking about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. And then I'm like, hold on a second. I think I wrote a guide for this. And so I had to dig through the bowels of the internet. And at some point, I wrote a complete gap guide for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Every single gap to 100% the game. There's a guide I wrote floating around out there somewhere. And
it's on GameFAQs.
It's not on GameFAQs, and I don't know why. I know I submitted it. I remember hearing back that it was on there, and this was 20 years ago now. Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably about 20. And that was it. And I had to Google the hell out of it to try and find it. But yeah, there is a FAQ out there with my name on it for Tony Hawk of all things.
Was it 3?
I think it's 3. It's whichever one has Skate Heaven in it. Hold on.
I think that might be 2.
No, it's not 2.
2 is the one with Spider-Man, I believe. 3 is the one with Wolverine.
Yes, but it's Skate Heaven, the level, I'm pretty sure, is in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.
Oh, I thought that was Skate Hell.
No. Skate Heaven, here we go. Oh no. This is going to get bad, isn't it? No, shit. Oh, jeez, it is 2. Okay, well, it definitely wasn't 2 then.
Wow,
then I must be thinking of 3.
Wait, so what level was Skate Heaven in?
It was in 2.
Is that what we were arguing?
Yes. No, I'm saying I got it wrong.
So yes, you did write a guide, but the guide did not include Skate Heaven.
Correct. It was for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. This was 20 years ago. Give me a fucking break.
I'm just saying, if I wrote a complete gap guide, I'd probably remember which game it was for.
Yeah, you know what? I am forgetful at the best of times. And all the Tony Hawk games, they blur together in my mind. Tony Hawk is like my favorite PS2 game. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 and Thug. Dude, those games hold up. They are so good.
I'm pretty sure 2's a PS1 game.
Yeah, no, I understand that. But it is a PS1 game. But Thug is one of the best PS2 games ever made. And no one can convince me otherwise.
Yeah.
What's that?
Eric Sparrow, one of the greatest monsters of history.
Okay. Was the guy from Jedi Academy, was that the same voice actor as Eric Sparrow?
I've got no idea. Rosh, I think his name was. Rosh Pennon.
I can't believe you remember his fucking name. What's his name?
Rosh Pennon, I believe.
Pennon. Oh my god, you're right. Rosh Pennon. No, hold on a second. We must be thinking something else. Rosh Pennon.
Rosh Pennon, Wikipedia.
Yeah, there you go. Voiced by Jason Christopher. Is an American voice actor, director, blah, 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 blah. He's 42. What the fuck? Okay, now I need to follow and see where this goes. He was in a Goofy movie. He played Max in a Goofy movie.
Oh no.
He played Haku in Spirited Away.
That's a pretty good voice actor.
He played Kovu in The Lion Guard. He's playing Kovu in The Lion Guard. Oh, man. This is making me, mad.
Why?
He played Normal in Garfield. This guy's on everything. Okay, well, there you go. There's your trivia for the night. Jason Marsden.
Oh, Jason Marsden? Yeah, he's everywhere.
Yeah. I don't know him. That's funny.
He is basically the same character as Eric Sparrow.
Eric Sparrow, yeah. I remember when you played through that years ago, just oh my god, this guy, I'm waiting for him to steal your lightsaber and throw it in the fucking river.
He just turned evil.
Oh yeah,
he embraced the dark side, and then I beat him up.
I've always been mad that all these non-canon now that the games are non-canon. Even though, Luke Skywalker showed up in them. All these spin-off games had the official actors in them, and now they're all considered non-canon. And I hate that.
Yeah. The loss of Kyle Katarn is a big one.
Kyle Katarn hurts the most, I think. I really like that guy.
Yep, he stole the Death Star plans, and now we've got Rogue One to replace him.
Oh, Gary Whitta, the ex-editor-in-chief of PC Gamer, he wrote Rogue One. Him, of all people, could have put Kyle Katarn back into the series.
That would have been good.
Nah. You like I said, out of everyone, he could have been the guy to do it. Oh.
Oh no, Ben Diskin, the voice actor for Eric Sparrow, is young Xehanort in Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh, that'll be fun. Xehanort is now Eric Sparrow.
Oh, he played Griff in Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't remember who's Griff.
I don't know. Which Sonic the Hedgehog?
Said AM.
Oh.
The post-apocalyptic one. Like,
yeah, all those characters are all all the original ones for that show.
Oh, here's a weird Sonic fact that I have, and I'm sorry, people who are listening to this. If anyone's sticking with us till the end of this, I understand this is a rabbit hole. I told you there was no news this week. I forgot that Sonic X existed and ran for like 3 years. I remember Sad AM. I remember the adventures of. I remember Sonic Underground, and I've seen more Sonic Boom than I care to admit. The fact that Sonic X exists and isn't actually that bad is crazy. Because, like, it came and it went, and no one talks about it or remembers it. And what's making me more mad is that Sonic Underground is rated a single point higher than Sonic X on IMDb.
That is weird. People like them being rebels and triplets and in a band.
Were they in a band, or did they just have magic instruments for reasons?
Both.
Oh, wow.
That's why it was underground, because they were doing underground rock concerts.
Oh, I thought it was just because they were part of like an underground resistance. Or I guess it was I
think it's both.
A double meaning, yeah.
I think it's like in The Matrix when they go to that rave.
Yeah.
All the freedom fighters.
Has there ever been... This is what I want to see. Here's what I want to see. I want to see someone superimpose the Sonic crew, the Sonic band, into that scene from The Matrix. Oh, boy. Okay. Was there anything else to say about Samus Returns before I move on here?
It's the best game from Mercury's theme. Good job, guys. You came back.
What else have they done?
They did Castlevania Lords of Shadow, which was okay. Then they did Lords of Shadow 2, which I didn't play, but everyone said was awful. Okay. You had to stealth as Almighty God Dracula. You had to turn into a rat and run around from machine gun guys.
That was the one made by Kojima, right?
You can get Snake's headband in Lords of Shadow 1.
Really? I had no idea that was in there. That's amazing.
It's an unlockable item. I don't think it does anything. But
it doesn't give you unlimited blood?
He wasn't a vampire in that one.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right.
He's just the guy.
He could give you like unlimited sub-weapons or something.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the one where it was like, oh shit, Kojima's making this. And then it turned out he just convinced the higher-ups to let them make a Castlevania game.
Yeah.
That's his entire involvement.
Yeah. I think, did he get like an executive producer credit on that?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And they also made Mirror of Fate, which is the 3DS Castlevania game, which everyone hates. Everyone hates it except me. I think that game is okay.
Fair enough then.
It's got one of my favorite Simon Belmont designs. He's like a big redhead Scottish guy.
Oh yeah. That one is actually really sick.
But there's a mechanic in Samus Returns where you can like use the grapple beam to destroy blocks.
Okay.
I'm 90% sure that animation is pulled straight from Mirror of Fate because you can use the whip to do the exact same thing.
Oh, maybe like it's a little reference kind of thing. Oh, I'm down with that. That's pretty sick. Like, speaking of executive credits for no reason, I've been eyeing off Super Monkey Ball Banana Splits on the PlayStation Store. It is on sale now for the first time in, since 2010 when it came out for like $10, down from 40. Or down from 30, I should say. I'm umming and ahhing about getting it. They credit Nagoshi and Kikuchi, the two directors or creators of Yakuza. They credit them as executive producers on the title. I think they just signed off on it, or because they created the original game, they need to be given some kind of credit. As far as I can tell, they didn't do any actual work on the game, but they're still like thanked in the credits process.
They'd probably get a kickback from it.
I don't know if they would specifically. I really don't know about that. Like that's not the kind of like corporate attitude that the video game
guy from Sega just walks down, hands him a couple couple yen coins. Here you go. You get back from Monkey Ball Banana Splits. Banana Splitu.
Oh god. I don't think it works like that. With Nagoshi being the CCO or whatever the hell his title is now. I don't know. Anyway, so is there anything else you've been playing this week?
Still going through Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. How far are you now?
Mission 408, I think.
Okay, this is that weird mobile game, right?
Yeah. What's it? Union Cross is the English title. At mission 401, the opening cutscene plays, and it pops up with a Japanese title, Unchained Kai.
Oh my god. Has there been... Is that the opening cutscene, or did you actually get it before?
No. It's never before.
So that's the first time. So 400 missions in, it pops up with a title screen.
Yeah.
Or like a cutscene, like a full-on CG cutscene?
It introduces a character that is on the title screen of the game and is never in the game beforehand.
What the fuck?
He's talking with like the head of the guilds in the game, and they have this whole conversation about like light and darkness, and like he's going to be like the dandelion to like spread light through the universe, and then it pops up with a fucking title screen. It's like, where did this come from? I don't know who this character is.
Oh my god. Now, how do you get to that? Like, you're not paying any microtransactions or anything, right?
I haven't paid any real money. They did a 1-year anniversary event where they're like, have 20,000 premium currency. It's like, okay.
Fucking A. So, is it possible to reach mission 400 without spending anything? Without this deal?
I have gotten about maybe 10,000 or so premium currency just from playing without the special. So you can get a fair amount, but you will have to spend some of those on items.
Oh, okay. So you do actually have to purchase stuff with the in-game currency.
I was doing all right for a while. There's like you can share your highest attack with other people. So, and every time you start a mission, it's like, hey, choose your friend's highest attack thing.
Okay.
And that pushes you through a lot of stuff early game.
Okay, so as long as you know someone who's rich, you're good.
Oh, you don't even have to. It just pulls people. I think it's people that are playing at the same time you're playing then. It'll give you their things that you don't have to know them at all.
Okay, that's not bad.
But they just did an update. Like, I got up to like mission 375.
Yeah.
Which apparently they just, like in the last couple of weeks, retooled it.
Okay.
That mission is a hard stopping point. It is
really?
Crazy. Like, it is insane how hard that mission is compared to everything that comes before and after it.
Oh, wow. Is
like,
that just
I don't know what happened.
Spend your money, bitch.
It feels
time
like
to pay
it.
the piper.
Yeah. And like I was looking up online and everyone's just like, I just blasted through it. Don't know what the problem is. Well, I don't. And eventually, like, what I had to end up doing was some guy who, I was sharing his attack.
Yeah.
His attack does like what it does is it spends 0 special gauge.
Yeah.
So you can just use it whenever.
Okay.
It heals you and does a tiny amount of damage. So I just had to sit there for an hour using this attack. That
hour. You're a monster.
I had like a show on in the background while I was sitting there doing it.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, do you actually have to like pay attention to this game as it goes?
You don't have to pay that much attention.
Oh, Jesus.
It was like tap the screen a couple times and then swipe it. But then after that, smooth sailing.
That's crazy.
I don't know whose idea this was. It's so weird.
I'm really concerned about Shinri Gogotoku, or Gogotoku Online, I should say.
If it plays similar to that Kingdom Hearts game, I'd be fine with it.
You know what? I don't know. We don't know really anything about it right now. It seems to just be like a turn-based RPG, and you use
that's what a Kingdom Hearts game is.
Okay, well there you go.
And instead of cards, you get medals. And then you make a deck of like 6 medals.
Okay, I'm going to move on here.
Yep. If you want to join my party, still open. Kingdom Union Cross. Search Lachlan.
Yeah.
Zach's bailed on me on that, by the way. He's moved on to some other mobile game, so it's just me now.
Of course. Okay, Zach's your best friend, right? Your hetero life mate.
Yeah.
I think that you have known him for how many years now? Like 27?
No, not at all.
No? It feels like that.
I'm only 28.
Oh, God. Sorry, I'm old and it is very late. I think I might have known him for longer. This is getting real inside right now. So shouts out, Zach. You're a cool guy. Okay.
I've known him since the start of high school, which was like 15 years ago.
15 years, okay. Yeah, I've known him since I started high school, which would have been, what? I don't know. Probably nearly fucking 20 years ago, actually. Oh, God, I'm an old man. Okay, so this old man has been playing more Danganronpa. It has not really wowed me so far. Like,
You keep annoying me with Monokuma pictures.
With Monokumas. I don't know why, like... maybe it's because I know the formula that the game has now. And there's sections of the game called, like, free time, where you just get to, like, choose who you want to hang out with. And you get, like, a little weird story cutscene, and you build a social link with someone.
Yeah, I know that someone's not going to get killed.
That's the problem. Like, I started hanging out with someone, and it's like, oh shit, this chapter they got killed. Well, I just wasted this entire chapter talking to someone who's now no longer here. Fuck me, I guess.
Can you restart, and does the game have a skip button?
It does. I'm pretty sure. If it's anything like the previous games, they actually retooled it so you can choose who you want to hang out with. So, like, after you beat the game, you just get a list of, like, hey, here's everyone in the game. Do you want to follow a sub-story and just see where it goes? And you just click, okay, I want to hang out with this character. And then they actually have, like, extra dialogue that continues on past where they would naturally stop. Like, there is not enough... It's super weird. Like, there is not enough parts in the game to complete hanging out with some of these people. Like, the person that dies in the start of the game, you're never going to be able to complete that.
Yeah.
Even, like, you have the opportunity to hang out with them, you get, like, 2 friendship fragments, and then they're gone. And you cannot do that. In the previous games, you could just pick from a list, and then you just go, and you see where that sub-story would have gone, and it counts towards your, like, maximum percentage. Okay. It's super strange.
So can you do that in this one, or you haven't gotten there yet?
I haven't gotten there yet. That only unlocked after I beat the game.
Okay. I just imagine the guy handing in, hey, I finished all that dialogue for that that social link. Oh, cool, he dies in chapter 2. Oh.
Oh. So. What does that mean? Is that an actual thing?
I believe so. I can't remember. I looked it up once.
Oh, okay. Your Japanese is failing you, Lachlan.
We didn't get to so.
Yeah, it didn't really come up. Anyway, so Danganronpa...
Did we get,
What about Anno? Did you guys cover that one at all?
Yeah, it's just like a or
Yeah, that's one of the things that I've always heard. Like, if you're trying to speak Japanese or like trying to remember to keep in that mindset, instead of saying or just try and replace those phrases with ano, and it'll keep your mindset going. That you're stumbling on your words, but at least you're stumbling in Japanese, and your brain won't make the switch over to English as easily.
It feels kind of easy when you're speaking Japanese.
Again, I don't speak... Like, I speak like the most bare, basic, weeaboo anime shit Japanese, and I'm not even going to pretend that I speak it. It's just... Yeah. I know key phrases. I can tell you that nakama means, like, family, but more than family. Possibly crewmates. Shouts out One Piece.
Yeah, Kaizoku fan subs.
Yeah, Kaizoku! Fuck yeah! Here's the shitty anime portion of the podcast. But yeah.
Naruhodo.
Just according to Kaikaku.
I did hear my friend when we were in Japan use Naruhodo.
Naruhodo.
Or he was like negotiating a table in a restaurant. Naruhodo.
Negotiating is the key word of this episode. Okay. So I'm going to move on here because we've got to wrap up. It's like pushing 1 a.m. now. So I've been playing Danganronpa. It's not grabbed me as much as the first 2 games did. It seems so far just so... Like, there doesn't seem anything special about it. Like, the first game was like, oh, we're set in a school where shit's gone real bad and we have to kill people. And the second game was, we're on a tropical island adventure to make friends. Oh no, shit's gone bad. Let's start killing people. This game is like, we're back in a school, kill people. And it's like, oh, but we did this. And none of the characters are interesting. And the first case, the twist is like, this was shitty. I don't think this was handled well at all. Like, I think people are going to love it or hate it. I'm definitely in the camp of hate it. Maybe, maybe next year sometime we can talk spoilers on that, but that kind of took me out of the game. Like, I don't like it when games actively lie to you about what you're doing when you're put into a character's perspective. Like, when I am listening to every single thought that character has, and the game is straight up lying to me about what that character is saying. It's the same thing with Heavy Rain.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just being like, you're just lying to me. Like, let me make these decisions, or at the very least keep me in the loop, because this is just a lie. Anyway. And this one, a lot more so than any of the previous games, I feel like 10 steps ahead of everyone. And I don't know if that's just because now I've played them and I have a feel for the formula, but...
You've been there before.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Everything that I'm doing just feels like I've been there before. I'm only just on chapter 3. So I think it's going to start taking a turn. I hope it is. Like,
I would hope so.
I've been seeing this game get 10s. Straight up 10s. And right now, it's not even my favorite in the series, let alone a 10. So...
Yeah, well, it feels like at 3 you should be wrapping up that storyline, maybe, or...
V3, like the anime series that went along with 1 and 2, wraps up that storyline. I believe V3 was supposed to be something completely separate. I think it's still going to tie in right at the end, but right now, if this was the first story in another game series, it would definitely feel like that. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, well, it reminds me of Battle Royale, where that first one, they're on the island and they're, the death game stuff.
Yeah.
But then wasn't Battle Royale 2 about them, like, trying to take down the government that did that to them?
Yes.
Like, it feels like that's what they should be doing, instead of just going like, no, we're going back to that island, right? Battle Royale.
Okay. Danganronpa 2 does a really good version of that. So that's you're exactly right. Danganronpa 2 did that, and the animes, the sequel animes, are amazing at that. Like, they came out with 2 animes. One of them's a prequel, one of them's a sequel, and they both have like bookending stories that like you need to watch one episode of one, then watch one episode of the other, and go back and forth because the themes line up week to week. It's fucking fantastic. Highly recommend the Danganronpa anime. You will not get anything out of it or give a shit unless you've played the first 2 games. There's also a stylistic choice that I fucking hate. One of the things that Danganronpa does is, like, instead of red blood, it's neon pink blood. It looks amazing, and it is one of the most stylistically impactful things in the series. Because, like, it looks neon. Like, when someone gets stabbed, that pink blood splashes and, like, glows. In the anime, in the prequel series, that aesthetic choice is still there. The blood is hot pink. It looks great. In the sequel series, it's dull red.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. The art style, the directing, everything else is the exact same. But for some reason, that blood is now just a dull red instead of hot pink. And it bugs the shit out of me. Like, to the point where I started questioning halfway through the series whether it was real. Because they've had nearly 15 years at that point of Danganronpa's hot pink blood. Yeah. I feel like I've got...
I guess?
Yeah, but like, why? Like, why break from that convention in a series that is written to bookend itself? Like,
maybe this is like, nah, we're getting real now.
Yeah, but it was still stupid. Like, those games are goofy as fuck. Like, the whole concept of, like, these genius-level students. Like, some of the people I'm running around with in 3, like, the super genius-level robot. And he's just a robot. Someone made a robot, but he's the genius-level robot because he's the best at being a robot.
Okay, well, I feel like... kill him.
Yeah. No, they bring that up. They're like, hey, this dude's not even alive. Why can't we kill him? Oh, no, you can't do that. Why not? Oh, he might have a soul. He's a robot.
Okay, we'll bring him back to life later. Problem solved.
Yeah. It's getting weird now. Like, this chapter that I'm in right now is getting really weird. And I don't know whether I like it just because it feels like a storyline that I've seen 1,001 times in like other psychological thriller books. And it's just like, oh, this isn't interesting. It's just more of the same. Like, more of the same of everything that I've read before. So, not so much in this series, but, you know, in other books, it just feels like, eh. Okay, what else have I been playing here? The only other thing I've tried this week is Enter the Gungeon. That's a good game. It's hard as hell, but it is a really good game. I think it's on sale right now still as of the time of this recording. Check out Enter the Gungeon. That's a fun little roguelike shooter.
Floor 4 or 5. Bosses down there are super tough.
Yeah, I'm only on like floor 2 maybe. Like I barely got a chance to play it. Like Danganronpa has been taking up my whole week. Like whenever I get a chance to play something, it's like, okay, nose Danganronpa. I've got to get this done by the time Mario hits. But Danganronpa is my definite go-to game right now. Did I speak about heading to a VR experience last week?
I don't recall.
Okay. So this is the other thing that I did, I think last Saturday maybe? I can't remember. No, it would have been like last Thursday. I found a place in the city here that allows you to pay like $30 and you get, $20 and you get 30 minutes in VR. And they're like the good HTC Vive headsets in like a holodeck style room. Like they've got like actual like grids drawn around the room. And you just get to pick whatever games they have on hand and go for 30 minutes. So I'm like, shit, that's great. My son right now is super obsessed with VR. He loves the concept. He like, if I could afford it, he would be all in. He loves VR. He has yet to play VR. I don't know why he's so into it, but he loves the concept. He loves the futuristic feel of it, I guess. So I'm like, okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take you out and we're going to go to this VR experience and we're going to go for it. So we drove an hour. We got to the mall that has the VR set up. We walk in. I'm like, hey, we want to do VR. Is that okay? Like, can we get in there today? Can we do it? And they're like, well, how old's your son? I'm like, well, he's only 8 years old. I'm like, well, we don't recommend it for anyone under 10, but, as long as you're his parent and you can give permission, that's fine. And I'm like, great, let's do it. And so we pay our fee and we get set up and they're like, okay, here's the only other problem. And at this point, my son is like bouncing off the walls. Hell yeah, finally VR. And they're like, this strap on this helmet only goes so tight. And his head is too small for the helmet.
Oh no.
So they hooked him all up and they turned on the VR and he's looking around and he's like, oh, this is amazing. It looks like I'm there. And the girl turns to me and goes, nah, the strap won't stay on his head. He can't do it. And they had to unhook him, take all the shit off, refunded us our money. What's that?
Put some padding on his head. Or a hat.
Right? Yeah, exactly. But it was,
wait here, I'm going to go buy a hat.
Yeah, just the look of disappointment on his face where they had to like unhook him and like we had to just do the walk of shame out of the VR chamber.
Well, get a bigger head.
Man. It was heartbreaking. So here's what I've been doing.
Pumping his skull full of silicone.
Yeah, I mean, just while he sleeps, I've just been filling his head. No. I found out that over the next month leading up to Christmas, Sony is bringing back their VR demo stations to local EB Games' and Best Buys. And I have mapped out over the next couple of weeks of where they're going to be at all the different locations around the city. So our plan right now is to follow the VR truck so he can spend as much time in VR for free as he possibly can. The only problem is we don't know what games they're going to be showing off. So we could show up to one and they could be showing off Resident Evil. And I've done the Resident Evil VR experience. It is fucking terrifying. So, hopefully,
get out of this horrible reality.
Dude, if I could afford a VR, I would have one. I love the PlayStation VR. Like, the Vive is cool. The VR, like, the Vive feels like a set of, like, scuba goggles that just go over your face. The PlayStation VR, I don't know if it's just the way it, like, sits on the back of your head or just the look, like, just the clean, sheer design of it. Like, the
form
blue
factor.
And the white.
You want to be in the future.
Yeah. It looks and feels so good. Like, I'm sitting there, I feel like I'm in Ready Player One. It's amazing. Yeah, if you can check out VR, I highly recommend it. If you have a VR that you don't want anymore, send it over to me. Just send me an email. Send me a tweet. Hey, I've got an old VR. Take it. I would be happy to take it. Well, like PlayStation VR. Like, say that they're coming out with that new PlayStation VR that has, like, the new HDCP pass-through, whatever the fuck it is. If you're just like, I'm going to get that, fuck this old busted piece of shit, send that over to me, because I will definitely find a use for it. And that's it. That's all I've been playing. Yeah, I don't know if we have anything else to talk about. That's
well, I've still been playing Cuphead.
Dude, Cuphead is amazing. How are you going to Cuphead? Yeah? How many islands are there?
I think 4, maybe?
Okay, so you're getting there. Is it getting hard enough where you're like, fuck this game yet?
No, it's still doable.
Pattern recognition, yeah.
Yeah.
I hear that dragon in World 2 is like the hardest one, by far.
No, it wasn't that
really
tough, yeah. Yeah, we got through it pretty easy. Like, it was... That was like, we did that one, and then we did the pirate guy. I was like, this pirate guy was way easier than the dragon. That's weird. Yeah,
the pirate guy looks super easy. I've seen a video of him. Do you know about the pacifist run?
I just talked to a dude, a turtle, and he's like, you see the world in black and white, but it's more like shades of grey. If you can do a level without while being a pacifist, maybe I'll teach you to see in shades of grey too.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Know how to do that.
Yep. You have to complete the run and gun stages without killing any enemies.
Yeah, but like some of them is just like they're like there's walls that you can't progress past unless you kill those enemies, so
well, get good. I honestly don't know, but just from what I've read or seen online, if you can do that, it will go into proper grayscale mode. And it looks like an old cartoon. It looks amazing.
Of course, see the world in black and white. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah. And then there is there's like an old-timey music mode where like it adds like some scratches and shit to the music to make it sound like it was recorded like way back when. I don't know how to unlock that mode, but
there's a dude there talking about sound. He's like this this radio says something about sound. You've got to do a challenge for him. I can't remember what it was though. So that's probably related to that.
Oh, okay. Like
there's a juggler there who's like, you got to parry 4 times, and that's great. And he gives you like a coin. So apparently now that's where like the unlocks are starting to get interesting.
Yeah, for sure. No, I think that whole game is amazing. I wish it was on PlayStation 4, because right now I'm playing it on PC. I can't get an Xbox One, so... Yeah, I hate being tied to my PC in my basement here.
Yeah. Oh, it was a mess. Like, we were borrowing my friend's wireless controller for the 360 to computer.
Okay,
That worked perfectly fine the first time we played it. And then, second time, the receiver stopped getting any power. Just doesn't work for some reason. Don't know what happened. So then we're like, well, we've got PS4 controllers. They can probably connect to the computer.
They can. They work great.
Yeah, cue a 10-minute mess of like, okay, how do we plug this into a computer? It can be Bluetooth. I don't know. We got to download this program.
What the fuck? You plugged them in via USB. Done.
Yeah, I didn't want to sit next to the computer. I would rather play it on the TV.
Okay. I went out and I found right now on sale at the Source. Shouts out the Source Canada. They have wireless adapters for the PlayStation 4 controllers. They're $20. You plug them in and you're good to go.
Okay, that would have been useful. But yeah. So if we finally got it connected via Bluetooth, it's like, oh, but hey, it finally works. I can go sit on this couch. Oh, the Bluetooth doesn't reach that far. now the controller's freaking out.
Oh god, shit.
Well, we did like a level or two and it was perfectly fine, and then it just started screwing up. I was like, I don't know why this is happening. I guess I'll sit next to this computer. And then even then, randomly, it would just start cutting out. It would give me like a second lag on all of my movements. Like, this is the worst for Cuphead.
Oh my god. Yeah, that sounds awful. Okay.
And then I tried to play the demo of Blaster Master Zero on the 3DS.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Loaded up the game, hit try demo area 1, demo crashes.
Oh no. Every time?
Take away the use of that demo.
Oh,
you got 29 uses left. Alright, I guess I'll try that again. Start area 1, crashed again.
Oh no.
28 uses left. Oh, okay, well, maybe I'll try area 2. Maybe that'll solve my problem. I'll at least get to try some of it. Crashed again. 26 uses.
No. Have you hard reset your DS at this point?
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm not playing that.
Yeah. That Blaster Master Zero is like, I've got that on the Switch. That game is actually really good. I highly recommend checking that one out.
I'd like to.
But I'm just
I can only try it 26 times.
For anyone else who for some reason is still listening to this, I highly recommend Blaster Master Zero. It is a really good game. Okay, I am wrapping this up. It is now past 1 a.m. again.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think that's everything. So
I think that's it. Right now, we don't have a lot coming up on the channel just because I've been so busy with other stuff, and I'm definitely planning something spooky coming up more towards Halloween here, so keep an eye out for that. I've got another couple of cool ideas for shows kind of related to the Yakuza series, or more the developers, the writers, the staff, like other things that they have worked on. I want to kind of take a look at other things that have kind of inspired the series and the people that make it.
Tangentially related.
Yes, exactly. I don't know. We'll see how that turns out. I'm kind of researching it right now. That's my current plan of action. Like I said, we just went live with new wallpapers on Patreon. We got some new signups recently. Thank you guys so much. You guys have no idea how much that has been helping me this last couple of weeks. So again, I really appreciate it. I think that's it. So yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at YakFan. You can follow Lachlan on Twitter at Rosteichenberg. Lachlan, is there anything else you wanted to plug before we go here?
Yeah, not really.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of plugs.
Yeah, search for Lachlan on
I'm on Twitch occasionally. I've got a YouTube channel. There's almost nothing there.
Yeah, it's just archived Twitch streams with no commentary.
There's a little commentary, and there's a couple of videos. If you want to see me get the Batman trophy in Arkham Knight, you can check that out. Yep.
And people dying for an Arkham Knight walkthrough.
If you want to see me get the Thanatophobia trophy from Rogue Legacy, I got the entire run there.
Yeah, everyone head over there right now. Yeah, everyone head over there right now and do that. Okay,
it's like it was a 4-hour live stream.
Good lord. Okay, you guys, I'm wrapping this up. I gotta get to bed. Thank you guys so much for listening, and hopefully, we're on a good roll now. Hopefully, we'll see you guys next week. Later.
Hey.